Alright, so let's talk about the soda pop performance. There's a moment in this stage that most people completely miss, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. When the Saja boys are sliding while giving gifts to the kids, there's a funny little detail happening in the background. Romance Saja literally touches Abby Saja's butt. It's super quick. It's honestly one of the funniest hidden moments in the entire performance. And that's not the only thing going on. While the Saja boys are dancing, there's another detail. Here you can see their legs suddenly stretch and become freakishly long for a split second. It happens so fast, which is why most viewers completely overlook it. But once you slow it down or replay with good timing, you'll catch it. These tiny animation glitches and sneaky moments make the whole performance even more fun to rewatch. Another cool detail that a lot of people probably missed. We all know that Mystery always keeps his face covered throughout the whole movie, right? But in one scene during the soda pop performance, if you look closely, you can actually see a small glimpse of his face. It's not fully clear, and it shows up for barely a second, but it's enough to notice that they're teasing something. I'm pretty sure this wasn't an accident. It feels like they're slowly building up to a full face reveal in the next movie. So don't worry, his identity is definitely coming. But hey, before we continue to another detail, tell me, which one is your favorite band? If it's Huntrix, then subscribe if you haven't yet. And if your favorite is Saja Boys, destroy that like button. But if you love them both and can't choose, do both. Like and subscribe. And don't forget to comment your favorite character name in the comments. And let's continue. We all believed that Jinu know how to sing, right? And he has a beautiful voice, right? But what if I told you that you never noticed the truth? Jinu actually has an ugly voice. And the voice you heard all this time wasn't his at all. It was Guima's. Yes, every time you listen to Jinu singing in Soda Pop, you're idle and free. It wasn't really Jinu, it was Guima. You want proof? Okay. So we all know that Jinu made a contract with Guima so he could learn how to sing, right? But Guima didn't actually make him know how to sing. Instead, he gave Jinu his own voice to sing with. That explains how Guima could hear Jinu singing the We Can Be Free song because Jinu at that time was using Guima's voice.
Turn around. For a moment, you actually believed you could be free. That's...
How did Guima know that Jinu was singing We Can Be Free song? It's because Jinu was using Guima's voice. And since it was his voice, Guima could hear everything Jinu said. And in the Your Idol performance, you can clearly see Jinu singing confidently until the end.
Down on your knees, I'ma be your idol.
If you look closely, his facial expression tells everything. He suddenly hesitates, and you can almost see the sadness in his eyes. That's the moment he hears his real, ugly voice for the first time. So yeah, sorry to break it to you, but every time you thought you were hearing Jinu sing, it was actually Guima. Alright, so let's move to the next point. In the Your Idol song performance, there's a small detail that almost everyone missed. It looks tiny, but it actually hides a huge secret. When you watch the performance, you'll notice this logo in the background. Yeah, that one that looks like a lion. Most people probably think it's just a random design or something added for aesthetics. But no, it's way deeper than that. Let me break it down for you. In Korean, the word Saja means lion, but what many people don't know is that in Old Korean language, Saja also means Grim Reaper. So this single symbol carries two meanings at the same time: the powerful lion and the soul-taking reaper. That means the logo is literally representing a lion that reaps souls, which fits perfectly with the whole concept of the Saja boys. They're performing with that energy, feasting like lions, dominating the stage, and taking people's souls like Grim Reaper. It's such a cool detail, and it shows how much symbolism is hidden in their performance. Alright, so let's talk about Jinu's name, because every Saja boy's name matches their personality. Baby is cute and acts like a baby. Romance is romantic and can literally create hearts. Abby has abs. Mystery is mysterious and nobody knows him. But what about Jinu? What does his name actually mean? Well, here's the cool part. The name Jinu comes from the Korean word Jinwoo, which can mean treasure, truth, or guardian. And that matches Jinu perfectly. He's the treasure voice of the group, the one whose voice stands out and pulls the whole performance together. The truth part fits too because his vocals always carry the real emotion behind every song. And Guardian makes sense when you realize Jinu is often the one who protects the group and keeps their energy together during their performances. So the meaning behind Jinu's name is basically the valuable one, the true one, the voice that guides the team. It sounds simple at first, but when you look deeper, his name fits his role in the Saja boys just as perfectly as the others. And just to let you all know, Jinu's real name is not Jinu. That's only the name he received after becoming a demon. His original name is unknown and hasn't been revealed yet, but I'm pretty sure it will be revealed in the future. There is this one background that can be seen when the Huntrix are performing their song on stage. At first, it just looks like a simple decoration, but it's actually a famous Korean painting that symbolizes the crown, something that represents power, royalty, and destiny. But that's not the only time it appears. The same painting shows up in another scene long before Jinu ever became a demon. If you look closely at the moment he walks into the palace for the first time, you can spot the exact same painting in the back. It shows that this painting appears only during significant moments, hinting that it carries a deeper meaning in the story. Did you see this small pocket on Zoe's arm? Most people think it's just a normal pocket or a simple design choice, but it's actually not. This little device is an insulin pump, which means Zoe is dealing with diabetes or another medical condition that requires constant monitoring. It's not just for decoration, it's something she needs every single day to stay healthy. Knowing this adds a whole new layer to her character, because behind that small pocket there's a whole story about what she goes through quietly, without anyone noticing. Let's talk again about mystery. There is one detail that almost everyone missed, and it changes the way you see his entire character. Mystery was actually an animal in his past life, and Guima is the one who gave him a human form. The hints are right there if you pay attention. First of all, he literally barks like a dog in this scene, literally an actual bark.
I am not sitting with no Saja boy. Thanks for coming. Not bad for.
Characters don't just do that unless it's part of who they really are. Secondly, his overall look matches a dog perfectly. The messy hair, the sharp expression, the way he moves around and reacts to things like he's relying on instinct more than logic. And then there's the biggest clue. He is the only one among the Saja boys who has visible fangs, just like Derpy the tiger. None of the others have that animal-like feature except him, which makes it very clear that Mystery wasn't originally human. So yeah, Guima really did my boy Mystery dirty. He switched his whole species like it was nothing. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to write your own ideas and theories in comments section, and I'm pretty sure you will love this video.